connected like Gable. And I'm coaching my soldiers till my chapter is over. Watch how I stick and move like Oscar De La Hoya. And I'm pitching the Yola like I'm Tommy Lasola. And I'm making podcasts, got hated eyes, mixed nigga ballin'. Still I spit it and live it. To meet me is a privilege. Rap is just another hustle, I'm multi-gifted. Cause the vision is vivid, and cause I'm optimistic. These cowards think I'm Ashley Judd, they got me twisted. When you watching your chain, I put 6 in your frame, another in your brain. Watch how your thoughts change. Got you out of your range, got you out of your gate. Then knock you out first round like I'm Sugar Ray. One of the livest niggas, I came to try you niggas. To the booth to electric, switch and start to fire you niggas. You can love it or hate it, you can take it or leave it. But the flow like God's shadow, you will never see it. Top down, watch a nigga let his nuts hang. I'm getting money, nigga, I'ma let my nuts hang. If you a hustler, homeboy, let your nuts hang. Let your nuts hang, let your nuts hang. Top down, watch a nigga let his nuts hang. I'm getting money, nigga, I'ma let my nuts hang. If you a hustler, homeboy, let your nuts hang. Let your nuts hang, let your nuts hang. Hustle realer for Skrilla, name a nigga who iller. Yeah, I'm painting the picture like Thriller in Manila. They calling me the flipper, money go getter. Got a bird in the trunk and about to whip her. Got a dime on my side and I'm about to hit her. I'm a hard hitter, fucking wig splitter. I'm in a photo, sitting on 24. I got 4 hoes in a fofo. 4 ounces of dro, 4 bottles of mo. Drop them off and then go and scoop FOMO. J4, hotter than Waco, you out of there. Like Joey Canseco. Call me Young Smoke, cause I'm all about the pesos. Killers on my payroll, move when I say so. Top down, watch a nigga let his nuts hang. I'm getting money, nigga, I'ma let my nuts hang. If you a hustler, homeboy, let your nuts hang. Let your nuts hang, let your nuts hang. Top down, watch a nigga let his nuts hang. I'm getting money, nigga, I'ma let my nuts hang. If you a hustler, homeboy, let your nuts hang. Let your nuts hang, let your nuts hang. Yeah. Real money in the building.
Oh, whoa, it went out for a second. It's on mute.
Yep. He is.
Okay, we're going to give him time to get it right and come back in. If not, we'll go ahead and get it started here. Just hop on in.
That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, he went off. So, yeah, we'll wait for him to jump back on.
Okay.
But we can kind of go ahead and get started. You can kind of introduce yourself to the world and let them know what's your name and how you got started in the rap game.
I
It
don't know what
is.
was going on with this internet.
Yes, sir.
That storm.
It got to be something because I was about to have a fit over here, about to get on there, about to hit
Yeah.
him up.
It's
Who
a
called
lot of
y'all?
it's a lot of electromagnetism in here, man. Shmula, man. You dig,
No
man.
doubt. We got
Oh,
a
it is
little
what
tech.
it is.
It is what it is, but the show must go on. It's
Man,
Thawed, you know what I'm saying?
can't nothing stop the will of these boys right here. We done been through it all. We get through more, you dig? It's Feet
I'm telling
Shmula
you.
live and direct on the Thawed magazine podcast. Ain't nothing but the Shmooly movement, man. It's rebranding, man. You dig?
No doubt. No doubt. And we want to thank anybody that's staying with us right now. Shout out because we had a little technical difficulty, but as you know, like we said, show gonna go on. And you rocking right now. You got Thawed Magazine, Crystal, J Jack, and we got special guests in the building. You heard him already. You heard the intro. You heard the music. A lot of y'all already know him, but let him introduce himself. Shmula, tell him what it
Man,
is, bro.
formerly known as J. Paul Getty, now known as Shmula, Money Train, Money Gang, Kamachi, Clue Movement. My affiliates, brothers always been with me, man. Block Life, man, you know, from the Knockout Squad to now, man, it's everything, man. It's all in the making, man. I keep it moving, man. No, can't nobody stop me but God, you did?
No doubt, no doubt. That's what it is. So, like you said, formerly known as Getty. So we gonna get first into that. The rebrand, because everybody Getty. You know what I mean? Getty
Yeah,
is known,
yeah.
well known. You was one of the first. Well, I think before Bone Scandalous passed, you and Bone had a hot ass track on there. You did a lot of music in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Did a lot of shows, opened up for a lot of artists. Was right there. Had artists opening up for you. Tell us about why the rebrand.
The rebrand, because it's a new day and era, man. It's a new time. I think it's like a microwave society now. So a lot of people like don't look back at the Kobe era. They in the LeBron era. So I figured like I'm gonna give them a new me. And if I can reinvent myself at this time for the younger generation and get a little bit of old me included with the new me, they'll have something to really hold on to. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, man. So I figured
Yeah.
I don't want to go by what I did. It's what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. I got you. Um, Chris, sis, get the next one. I'm gonna ask you one more. Nah, we talking about the rebrand, but we gonna get into that more. But we gonna go more into your music career. When did you start rapping? What gave you the motivation to even put words to paper? And like, who was one of the ones that motivated you?
Uh, Bone definitely. It was like all my heroes was in the city, and ironically, I always knew how to put the words together, but I was shy about it until one day we was on my block one day and we was out there. We was just having a neighborhood day, and we had some Mexicans on the block. And my brother was going against one of the Mexicans in the freestyle because my brother would like to get in his zone and freestyle every time he heard a beat. And
Billy
so him and
Boo?
the, yeah, Billy Boo. Yeah, Billy Boo. One
Yeah.
shot to the Booski.
Shout
You
out Billy
did?
Boo.
Yes, my twin, my older twin, you
No
did?
doubt.
You know what I mean? So he was going against the dude, and I was feeling like the dude was getting the best of the situation. And me knowing that I knew what I knew, I just jumped in and surprised the whole block. And my mama went and bought after she seen the little freestyle battle and I won it. She had went and got me a karaoke. And back
Yeah.
then it was karaoke. You couldn't get no studio. You know, we wasn't in that position at that time. So
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
got me the
Yeah.
karaoke. I turned the karaoke into a studio in the closet. I took the box, I put the hanger up there, locked the mic in, put a little foam over the mic, and and back then the karaoke used to have 2 tracks. They used to have 2 tape cassettes on it. One where you could put the instrumental in, and then you could put the tape where you record it. And
What age was you? What
I
age
was
was you?
I was actually 15.
About
I was
15.
15 years. It was like 1994. If anybody know what
Mm.
time that was, that
Oh yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Bush era. You dig? So it was that we had to work it out right before Clinton got in. So
Yeah.
I made it, and then it would be these 2 tracks, and it was like you would get these tapes. People don't know about tapes because they ain't living that time. And you would
Yeah.
always get an instrumental on the back of the tape. And I had a Jodeci, Cry For You, and I made a song off of it. And I went to producing the tapes, selling them for $2 in the hood. And that baby back
Mm-hmm.
then they call it just going trunk to trunk, but now they call it going
Yeah.
viral. They was like
Yeah.
viral, and it went viral. I'm talking about the song was big. So then I was like, okay, I can do this. I went and grabbed Escape, Just Kicking It. And I was from Fourth
Uh-huh.
and Kirk. So I made a song called Kick Off Your Shoes, Relax Your Feet, Party On Down with the 4KP, just kicking. and that shit was like, it was the hood anthem, man. Next thing you know, I was in the booth. Man. That you have it
Yeah.
there, 1994, man.
Yeah,
1994,
man.
my
There was
nigga.
some good times too. I remember Billy Boo. We sat in the car on our lunch break, and he's like, "You gotta listen to Bro. Bro doing his thing." And we heard the, I think it was Project Wall. He played that, and he was knockout. You had just came out of Knockout Squad. You had went solo. But tell us about your first studio. Like, was Knockout Squad the first studio album? Like when you start first
That
hit
was
the
my
studio?
first studio album. We had tried to make a whole group of everybody, and it was like, it was so many of us, it was like 10 of us. And it was like, it's too many people back then. So we had singled out the top 4. You know what I mean? It was me, Tub, E Wheels, and Choice. And we had got together. We was like, we gonna do this for real. And everybody started putting money into us. And the first studio I ever recorded in was Ghetto Record Studio. I started in Ghetto Records, man. We went in there, and then everybody started saying, man, you the one. And I was the one who made all the hooks for us. And I was like the hook maker. That's what my biggest job was. I was like and we had this thing back then. Your first bars and your last bars was the most important, but nothing came before the hook. If you didn't have a hook, you ain't doing nothing. If the
I
hook
know you
wasn't
was a
hit,
hook master though.
hook master, dog. I used to be in there. They like, we need a hook to this beat. I'd be working for all night and all day, man. What? Waking up, going to Saginaw High, sleepy, working on that mug in that mug, man. The hook, man. That was my and that actually came out in 2000.
2000.
The knockout squad was released in 2000, and we that's when I first learned about the business. And we had a little deal with Midwest Records. We had a little deal with them. We was making money.
Midwest Major
Midwest
John Long?
No, John Long. Yeah, John Long was our slash. He was like our CEO, but Midwest Records was our
we was on that
distributor.
same label.
Yeah, that was our distributor. We had hooked up with them, and they was distributing us, and John Long was pushing us. And
we actually was label mates and really didn't know it because we was on Midwest Major. I forgot you called it Midwest Major Records. And at that time, 2000, people don't even understand. You go into Circuit City Media Play, you're gonna see knockout squads in there. You would see Double M in there, Astray in there. Day One, you was gonna see a lot of local CDs up in the stores then.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
John Long was a pioneer to that too.
Pioneer, he started it. He really was the first person to really like, come on, man, let's get this together. We'll do anything. And things happened in the streets that made it go left, whatever, and we just had to keep it going. And then then about 2001, I left the group. Not left the group because I was still in the group. The group was the hood. You can't leave the hood, so you know what I mean? It was the hood. So I didn't leave the group. People just singled me out and said, try something on your own and do something. And then I end up making my transcripts, the transcript CD. And from there it was like, whoa. And
it kept going,
yeah. And 2020 was actually the 20th anniversary of the Knockout Squad, man. You know what I mean?
Dope.
That was the 20th.
That's salute.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's major props for that because you not only did you one of the pioneers of the game, but you also continuing on like you ain't even did nothing in the past. So
there you go, my G.
That salute on that. Sis, you got something?
Yeah, with this new wave of music, how do you adjust or conform to it, or do you just stick with your flavor of style?
I conform. I feel like you got to be a chameleon in this world. I figure like a lot of people that come from my era so against the new era that they don't understand it. They don't even try to understand it. Because even when we was young, we was them same young people that they were saying, oh, y'all crazy, this don't sound right. They wanted to put on some slow jams or, you know what I mean, some Scarface or something. They like the blues or something. They ain't want to hear what we had to say. So I really adapt to it. I like it. I really think this day on wave and this day time. So let them have it. You know what I mean?
Already.
Yeah. Is there some young guys out there that you check for? You look out? You know what
man, I be checking. I be checking for everybody. I love me some Max Hilly. I started. We grew. Yeah, I love Elway. He a great artist. I love Juice Man. I love Tay Ray. Tay Rowe. That's my cousin right there. RUG need to get back together, man. They made hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had a viral. I think over 100-something thousand views on that hit. I think it was Hit That.
Cue Ball. Shape.
Yeah. Mud
you know
Brothers.
What I mean? Yup. Gnarly Ray. I like his music too. You know what I mean? I read
Yeah.
at Fresh Rich in his camp. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Trenches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big Hood,
HBK Boom,
free Big
Big
Hood, Big
Hood.
Hood, yeah, Big Hood do his thing, you know what I mean? But I'm still a big
MGK,
fan.
big,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
yeah,
still a
big
big
homie.
fan of like OJ, the King
Oh
D
yeah.
do his thing. I love their music and stuff like that. But I got two
Yeah.
nephews that I really like, Real Money, man, and Hood Baby, man. Them boys, they serious. They all throughout my new CD, Meet the Shmula. They up through there, I'm promoting them. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt. So you got a new album coming out, right?
Yes, I got a new album, man,
You,
at this
you got
time.
a, you got some young cats on there.
Yeah, I mean, I really got that's what I did at this point. I got my baby Smoke Skywalker. You know, me and him
Shout out
gourmet
Smoke
out.
Sky.
We do the gourmet thing. That's out right now too. Gourmet 2, Legendary, Cocaine
Yeah, he had
Cologne
them hot
coming
tracks with
soon.
Godzilla.
Yup. Godzilla was
Yeah,
fire, fire. He always dropping fire. And we come from the same era. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We
yeah.
always
Peso.
did, yeah, we always did that Kobe Tracy McGrady thing. A lot of people don't know nothing about McGrady. You feel me? Great McGrady, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so with the Meet the Smoolah, that was part of the meet the new me. Don't judge me for the old me. I can still do this thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm a
yeah.
Kobe. I always looked at that like in my city. I always looked at that Bone Scavengers as the Michael Jordan because he came
Mm-hmm.
with that major stuff. He always was major. And then I look at myself like the Kobe Bryant. You feel me? I was that one. Oh man, I could take this. I could do this. I can push it on. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
unfortunately, he passed due to his demise, and I just kept that torch going. But luckily, before he got to heaven, you know what I mean, we worked together, man, and it was like
yeah, yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Due
Tell
to
us
the
a little
fact,
bit about that track.
man, that track
I
came
listened to
about.
it over and over, but
Man, that track came
yeah,
about. We, you know, we both was in a situation. We both had caught murder cases, and he beat his before me. He had beat his case, and I was sitting in the county. I'm like, dang, I'm so happy for him. He got out, and then thanks God, I got found not guilty, bro. And soon as
yeah,
I got home, my brother was like, man, Bone been waiting on you to come home. He's
mm,
always wanted to work with you. And
yeah,
it
yeah,
was like magic. We ain't had nothing written or nothing. We picked him up. We chilled, did what we do back then. We got to the studio. He was like, man, we got to make some shit from Saginaw because they thinking I'm from Flint. I got to let them know where I'm from. You know what I mean? And we
yeah,
was like, this how Sag niggas do it. We both was out our situations and we just bam, it just happened right there. He was a freestyle king. He just went in there.
yeah.
He was like, you
Dope.
go kick it off. You know, I went and kicked it off. He came through. We put the hook. He went to saying, this is what we bout. What we gotta show him what we bout. And that's how the hook
Yeah.
came up. And
Hey,
we
that's
dropped
dope
that
too.
thing.
And man, and Saginaw really need to understand that Bone was known for being on the east side and Getty from the north, and at them times, them times, there's always been some beefs in the streets, but there was two heavyweights coming together for both hoods and representing, and you know what I mean, and no hood politics, everything was good, some was dope, so all you young cats, man, take notice of that. Y'all don't gotta not want to work with someone just because y'all got an underlying beef in the streets or something with y'all hoods. You know what I mean? Show love, man. Y'all coming together. Saginaw, you know what I'm saying? Detroit come together. All these other areas, Saginaw come together.
And that was one of the big things we talked about while we was doing that track. We was the first to break that mold. Like that, people was totally against that. You could not
Oh yeah,
go.
yeah. I know. I already
You
know.
know what I mean? They was like, no, why you doing that? And I was like, man, listen here, this is big right here, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Due to the internal bleeding that we had through there from the beef, it was like, fuck that beef, nigga. We both blessed men. We was blessed. And it,
Exactly.
and I had so much momentum right then, because that's the like the classic album. I figured like that was a classic album. It led me to work with Bootleg. Bone introduced me to Bootleg back
See,
then. Yeah,
doors open.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. So, and the track with Bootleg, when you work with Bootleg, I mean, how was that? How was that all together? I mean,
It
was
was
it feeling
just,
natural?
it was
Just
so
perfect
natural.
timing.
It was so natural. It was like, because I was in a zone. I had got my life back. I was headed to a new direction. And he was just like him and Bone had these things where Bootleg was his recording method back, and he still uses it to this day because I still keep in touch with him. But it was
Yeah,
so dynamic that bootleg will frustrate you if it was like I was like a one take artist. I was like the type to jump up on the mic, say what I had to say, get out the way. But bootleg
Yeah.
had this dynamic recording style where he would say 2 lines and stop. Like, yeah, 2 lines, you know,
Punch
2
in like,
lines, 2 lines. And you'll be like, man, that shit ain't gonna sound right, man. But if you listen to some of that Dayton family music, you be like, I can't believe that boy recorded like that, man. Man, it was crazy. We had and me and him actually got like 10 songs together, you know what I mean? And over the time. Yeah, when I had my major deal, and I always go back and get him. I was like, man, yes, come on. When he got out the Fed joint, I always went back and got him, put money in his pocket, like on my little budget or whatever. I made sure I did stuff with him. Cause he was like, they like the forefathers for our area. You know what I mean? Like, I always pay homage to them boys like that. Bone, Top Authority, Dayton Family, Jake the Flake. Them boys big
Madam
for me.
Dane.
Madam. The queen of it all.
The queen.
Right.
Yeah.
Me
Shout
and
out
her got
Madam
about
Dane.
5-6 songs
I
together.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all was doing it too. I remember there was some compilations too. Back then, you know, you had Day One, you had
Oh, yes.
Nasty Boys, and you had it was quite a few, the Cobain Boys.
Cobain. Them all my
And,
brothers right there.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. We was all rolling. There was a lot of stuff going on.
a lot of people don't know nothing about Scheme, Styles, and Dose, man. You know what I mean? Like, and Kane, Astray. These are people who
Mag
just come
7.
from, yeah, man, dog. These was some, we used to get together and like just have battles where you just freestyle on the corner, you know what I mean? And be like a party, block parties, what we used to call them back then.
Man.
Right.
Yeah. I already know. There was some great times too.
It was. Some black parties used to be jumping.
Smacking, baby.
Yeah. Now they try to destroy
Definitely.
everything. Y'all stop destroying everything.
Yes.
You know, gotta have something for the streets. That street
Have some
entertainment, you
fun.
gotta have something.
You got to have some fun. You got to have some fun in the game. You can't be tough all the time. You got to lose that. You got to be a person who dance sometimes, smile sometimes, quit looking at men, look at the women too. You know what I mean? You ain't got
don't go
you
to
ain't
the
got to
club.
practice looking hard all the time. No, lose that, man. Real gangsters know how to be and present themselves like gentlemen. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
No doubt. No
Most
doubt. That's
definitely.
100. Yeah. Sis, you got something?
Yeah, so also how do you brand yourself or market yourself with all this new social media platforms? Like do you take advantage of that or do you still stick with the old marketing scheme?
This my first year, like my last, I would say about 18 months, I've been trying to adapt to the social media because we didn't take pictures. You feel me? Like, what you
Yeah,
doing?
we did.
We seen you with a camera phone on my block. We take, who you recording this for? So I
Right.
like I've been, as you can see, I'm more active on sites like Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud. I'm opening myself up to the public and I'm embracing it because this is the way to make money now. This is the way to get heard. And if you ain't doing it for nothing, like a lot of people say that quote and unquote little quote saying, I do it for the love. I do it for the love, but I want to make some money too. I want to feed my family too. You know, I'm trying to leave a
Right.
legacy. So you got to adapt nowadays. You can't be against nothing, man. Just know what to do when you're doing this type of stuff. Be respectful with it and you'll get far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah.
That's true
Everybody's
indeed.
taking advantage of that TikTok world now.
Oh, TikTok, and I go in and out with TikTok because it's like it's no feedback, so it's good. But I be like, man, I'm TikToking too much now. Let me pause on that because my daughter TikToking and she's 9 years old. You know what I mean? So I be
Man,
like,
that's what you do. You let your daughter put a dance video to your son, and man, they go viral. And
Yep,
you
it's
know
go
what?
viral.
It can go viral. And you know what? It changed the game as far as the magazines, especially because you know me, I had to see you doing work. I had to see you putting CDs out there, see you putting out work in the streets. Now they can put something on TikTok and you got to look at it as them dropping a record deal because they can go viral on that TikTok and blow up and get 1 million views and become big. And it's like, oh man, he ain't even do nothing in the streets though, but he bypassed all that. He just went and got 1 million views, posted a video, now he got a deal and he's blowing up. And you like, ain't do none of the groundwork.
Groundwork. And that's what my generation got to embrace. Like we had to have, you couldn't rap if you ain't had no reputation for nothing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that nigga fake it, and this dude doing that, and brother ain't did this, and he ain't even put in no work, and no dumping, no pumping, and all this stuff. And nowadays, man, you gotta embrace that this is the outlet. You can be your own corporation. You is your own CEO. You your own boss. Who
Yup.
in the black community, you can't get no better than that. Than to
You
jump on
your
the
own
site
brand.
and a million people see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We was
And
hood.
you ain't even leave out your house.
Man, you ain't left out your house.
Okay.
You did your little dance and you danced in car. The next thing you know, you seeing different races and different ethnicities, and you just like everybody doing this, and I love it.
Bro.
I'm embracing it.
Oh. Yeah, it's
2022.
powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful,
It
man.
Bro,
is.
I tell you like this is so powerful that if we'd have had it, it would have been a monster because you definitely come from that time and I was right there with you on a lot of them levels. And we used to have to stop cars and make it and give them a CD or hit a store or you had to have a billboard or you had to get out there and you had to talk to the people. You had to get out there. So it's definitely different. If we had that lane where we could post a video up there too at the same time,
Yes, sir,
bro.
man. Dang, man. That's you just brought me to a moment in here, and I want to share a moment with y'all right quick. That's real
Yeah.
sentimental to me. You just hit
Go
me
ahead,
with the
bro.
biggest. Shout out to the major militia, man. One love, and I just want to take one moment to have a moment of silence
We appreciate you.
for my number one combative brother on the go at me every time he see me, Knee Dash, man. A
Need
moment of
Dash
silence for
Corleone.
Knee Dash, dog. Let's go, bro.
So
Yes,
you know that's bro. That's bro. Much
man.
love. Boom.
Bro was one of when you said that you had to stop somebody, man. Bro used to post up
We
in
always
any hood, any neighborhood, any store, and just
Mm-hmm.
promote.
he had that
Everybody knew
backpack.
that. Everybody knew that boy, man, in that city, man. He was like the rap godfather that never wanted no credit, man. He kept he
Yeah,
kept the he
yeah,
kept the culture going for a long time, man.
yeah.
Rest
People
up,
people
baby.
don't even understand that, because
Mm-hmm.
they only seen views or whatever. But Dash was everywhere in the city walking.
Walking,
He
man.
never
Right.
drove. Everywhere, and he had a backpack. And if you was doing music, he right there. Like what you want
What?
to do?
What? I got a feature
And
for
he
you,
made
bro.
exactly, and he made a lot of people better that they probably ain't gonna say it. But whenever they went at Dash, they had to come correct.
You had to. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't. He never slipped. He was all. He had kept that 40 cock. You hear me? He kept that bro. That vocal 40. That boy go in, man. And you got to listen
Man,
to him because he had so much intellectual power, man. He was such a dynamic person. And you would think he just a regular guy because you seen him walking, but them was mobile feet,
wow.
man. That
Man,
was dope, man. He chose to
man,
walk. He didn't have to walk. He chose to.
yeah, he chose to.
Mhm.
That's bro. Me, Dash, and Poke, man, Double M, man. We definitely had nothing but love. I remember we went to your house one day and we sat and read around, getting ready for that No Remorse. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
6 cats on the track. Posse cuts.
Yes.
It was love back then. It was just great.
What we stayed in
It was
it.
great.
That's one thing that I don't see them doing. Like we saluted and patted each other on the back a lot. Like it wasn't called what you call that D riding or just because you pat
Yeah,
a
no,
brother on the black. Nah,
we just respect it.
yeah, you can't be
Mm-hmm.
insecure with your own manhood to where you can't say, brother, you fresh. Brother, you got a nice song. Brother, you got a nice looking woman. That's a nice car, brother. You got to be that type of man these days, man. We the only people and the only race that's missing out on that pat each other on the back, man. Support each other. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it
no
gotta
doubt.
spread like you spread it the Will Smith slap. The love gotta spread like that. You know what I mean? You gotta
Most
spread that
Yeah,
love,
definitely.
man. Cause as soon as
man,
some trouble happens, everybody get to talking. And hey, let's talk about this love, this black unity, man. Bigging up our
man.
brother, giving him his flowers before he died. We don't need that Nipsey Hussle, Kobe Bryant effect. We want that now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly. And that's 100, bro. And shout out India Brazy. We got about 4 people at least watching with us. We appreciate y'all. Y'all could have did anything in the game right now. Y'all chose to rock with us, so we salute y'all for that. And like Shmula, I was just telling y'all, about the love. Thawed magazine, we know we not gonna go viral. We're not gonna get 100,000 all the time likes and listens because a lot of times what we talk about is we want the artist in its purest form. We ain't talking about how many people they shot, all the booties they got shaking, all the things that go viral. We don't do a lot of that. So we respect anybody that's saluting and watching with us, man, because man, y'all keep us going. So shout
Yes,
out to
sir.
y'all.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Indy Razor Brazy.
Shout out to
Oh
everybody
man.
looking at this, man. Y'all, my brothers and sisters, man. Keep it going, man.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Sis, what you got over there?
What's your writing process when you're writing your music, and are you your hardest critic?
Definitely my hardest critic to answer that first, man. I be kind of like so hard on myself. Like I say, I got like 1,100 songs for this process that I just did. I did 1,100
You
songs
say
just
1100?
1,100, 1,100.
Ooh.
Uh, 1,100 songs, man. I'm only picking 9. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it took me. I probably been doing this process for 3 years. I always know I wanted to do it one more time because I felt like I went on a downward spiral. Like I probably like at first I was kind of going against the generation. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, we need our type of music. Then I was like, no, let me get back in here. So I happened to go through the whole city. And I'm talking about I did songs with everybody I could imagine that had something going on. They didn't even have to have a big name. They just had to have something. So I went around and I probably did like 400 features,
Oh
400
yeah?
features, 700 solos.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And
You
I'm talking
working.
about on some computer, like nobody. I always said I quit publicly, but I'm addicted. It's like Michael Jordan for me. I'm addicted to the shit. I can't do nothing but go, and I always write. I like a
Hmm.
lot of these young guys say they don't write nothing. Big up to them. I appreciate the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you got that intelligence in your head, but I'm the type of person that like carefully choose what I say and want to say the right thing at times. And sometimes I overthink it, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely my hardest critic. That's why I did 1,100 songs, and I scratched like I got plenty offers coming in right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
College tours and all that stuff because I'm a great performer. That's my best thing to do. Like shout out to Kamachi because he's still
Yeah.
going.
Shout out
And
Qatar Boss.
oh, that's my partner in crime, man, forever, man. And
Yeah,
we
always
started
love.
off doing these shows in the city and bringing people and Seven Cut Major. Oh yes,
Seven
that's
Cut.
big
I
too,
remember
man.
them too.
Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
them my babies too. We started off doing these shows, so and I was like, man, let me go in here and I'm gonna work hard as I can. And everybody used to be like, I mean, I even went from a time, y'all, where I was doing the Grand Theft Auto thing again, where I took all Wayne beats and I was like, they was like, put that out. People asking me who is that, and I'm like, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. It don't push the culture. It don't show that an older guy can get with the younger guys and have fun and embrace their talent and do some of their music. So I was like, no, that's too selfish. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Left my heart a pair. Scratch that. Oh no, I'm gonna get into this Drake type of flow where it's basically intelligent music that don't glamorize and glorify the gangsterism of what I really been through. You know what I mean? I don't need to
Yeah.
do that. I'm gonna do some platonic music. Got out of that. And I was like, man, I'm going with what's popping, man. And then that's when I came up with this
Man.
Shmula thing. And it's ever since then, it popped for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
Hmm.
what's up. And I want to salute you too, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of artists, that I mean, it's some that's gonna say it and some that ain't, but they a lot of them motivated by you, was motivated by you and still is. And I remember a few artists, like I always knew Legs Diamond in the hood, because Seventh and Touch, we used to have them dice
Yeah,
games and everything, and they
yeah.
used to come over. But I remember noticing Legs Diamond first was finna start rapping when he was with you, and y'all was
Mm-hmm.
getting ready for the Gucci Mane show. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had put a track out then, but he then came out and was, man, he was hot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
man,
I remember him first being with you, or a couple of artists I remember first coming like right behind you.
yes.
So
So free
salute to you for
legs.
that.
He'll be home. Free my baby.
Free
He'll be
legs,
home.
yeah,
God got him. And it was like this. I had my show planned. This was ironic because we had went from the hood to the yard together, and I was always inspired by his story and his inner self. He just was a
yeah,
strong individual to me, and I had my show ready and everything. And my baby came home, And I was like, oh no. They was like, what you talking about? I'm like, I gotta move a slot over. I gotta take a song out and make sure my mans get on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I put my mans up there, and man, it just worked for us, man. And he got up there, and then he turned around and did it for his generation. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
he put on for a lot of boys around him, man. That's why I tell you, like, oh, the Grit Man, dog. That's my little brother right there,
Oh
man. Nigga
yeah.
gotta listen
Yeah.
to that boy. He do
Well,
good in this game, man. He had a hit.
cue ball.
Yeah, Q Ball continue to make Yeezys. They do good, and I always try to inspire them, man, to keep on going because they doing everything we was doing back there now. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
free legs,
Yeah.
man. Free legs, man. That's definitely it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Man, that boy hot too. I always love legs, attention to details and lyrics, man.
Man, at my
It was
auntie crib, you hear me? At my auntie house, that boy,
and
that's his auntie house
yeah,
for real. You know what I mean?
for
It's all
real.
real with him.
Yeah. And Q Ball too, man. I love Q Ball's lyrics, man. And back when I was out there in the blocks, I never heard Q Ball rap. I never even knew he was rapping. I never
Best
knew
kept
he
secret.
could rap. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was best kept secret because he seen us all the time. We was always on the block and spitting, and I never did see him spit. You know what I mean? So when I heard him, I was like, oh. And then I was like, yeah, he got
He got it.
it.
I mean, that's one thing people don't know, and I'm gonna spill the beans. I'm telling the secret, so y'all
Uh-oh.
take this to heart. Everybody on the north side from Fort Kirk can rap. Ain't a person that can't rap. I'm talking about from the oldest to the youngest. We all the twins can rap, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Real.
Man, they got on
Eric,
that karaoke too. They
Eric
got
and
songs
Derek.
on it. Man, Eric and
Wow.
Derek, Lee Mott and D Mott, they got on that karaoke too. You hear me? That was the
Yeah.
studio back then. You know, I just took it mainstream fires in the streets, but everybody can rap, man. You'll be surprised at the people you see can rap. The girls can rap. My sisters can rap.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Okay, that's dope, man.
That's
Yeah, there's
what's
a lot
up.
of them I didn't know.
Yeah.
But we was right close to the Kirk, you know what I mean? We was on 7th and 10th, so it was like a mutual connections a lot of time, you know. So we had a
Second
lot
home.
of like second home, you know what I mean? So it
Mm-hmm.
was like we had either parties turn to rap freestyle, rap battles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That was it.
yeah, man, that's dope.
Most definitely.
Sis, you got something?
Yeah. So, what's your take on going independent versus signing with a label?
I believe independent the best route because coming from the streets, a lot of young brothers don't know the technicalities of business. So I say that you learn the business on your own so you'll know how to handle it. Because I fell victim to hurrying up and sign. Back when I was coming up, signing was everything. It was like we need this machine behind. But it's so many write-offs in that machine. Your clothes are write off, your water are
Yep,
write off, your
yep.
clubbing, your casino. They wrote off so much stuff on me to where when I get my check, I'd be like, nah, I know it's some money missing. You feel me? But when you in
Yep,
control of your own destiny, ain't nothing better than knowing where your money going and where it's coming to. And brothers need to
exactly.
know that you don't need. When you only time you need a bigger machine behind you is when you get to the point where you need some people to help you handle the business. But from the
Yeah,
start, get all your money because that's where you're gonna get the most money at in the beginning.
yeah,
You ain't gonna never reap the benefits and fruits of your labor like you do in the beginning, man. That shit just come. So start
yeah,
off independent. Don't be mad that you ain't got no big name behind you. Just keep pushing. Cause if it's better to have 15,000 fans without nobody than a million fans with somebody. You understand me?
true
Yeah.
indeed.
You know what I
True
mean?
indeed. And you know, that's one thing since you touched on that I wish Saginaw had more of, and that's business minded people helping artists. And that's why I salute and always will salute Qatar Baz, that's bro. You know what I mean? Kamachi,
Mm-hmm.
because he was a businessman, had his own grocery store. He didn't have to do music, he didn't have to do promotion, but he was helping a lot of artists. So you wish a lot more business people or business minded people or owners would help more in the streets or helping artists instead of just getting their business and being happy they making their money and not sharing. Because you go to other cities, they don't even understand that a lot of businesses, especially local businesses, they making ways for the artists. You know, they
Yes, sir.
supporting their city's artists.
Long live Sibo, man. Before I even go, I got to say that every
Yeah,
interview,
yeah.
every CD I make,
Long live
long live
SIBO.
Sibo. And, and
Yes.
and as you speak on that, Qatar Boz actually got into music inspired by me and him getting together and losing our friend together. Because both of us, that's how we met each other through Sibo. when Sibo passed,
Yeah.
he reached out to me and like, man, listen here, that was one of my closest friends, and he always talked about you. And everywhere he went, he played your music. He like, I want to do whatever I can, and we came together with this little notion. That's what Kamachi he had already had. I'm like, I'm rolling with that. I'm behind you 100%. Let's go. And that was 12 years ago, man. That was 12
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
You did. So, and my brother just keep going. My brother gonna
Oh yeah.
always
Yeah.
keep you a spot where you could party at, where you could display music, where the culture could get together, and it's always peaceful and it's always love, man. Shout out to Tay motherfucking Santiago, man. That's another one of my brothers that
TLU,
came to me at that
Santiago.
time and got behind the money train machine and said whatever he could do. And he took it on the fashion. Rock you some Santiago, man. Get you some motherfucking flow rugs, get you a sweatsuit, get you a hat. My brother got it all, man. You know what I mean? Them
Yeah.
two are my
Yeah.
brothers. I can't do nothing without mentioning them two because that's where it go, man. Knockout Squad,
No
Kamachi,
doubt.
Clue, them my brothers right there.
No doubt.
Oh
No
man.
doubt. And yeah, Boz especially. You know, Boz Santiago. I know Santiago since he was elementary.
Yeah.
Little joker. And
Yeah.
he's
Right,
a
for
bad little
real.
joker too.
Yeah.
So I'm to see him doing business and doing what he do, man. I salute him for that. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
sir.
Because life
Most
could have went a lot
definitely.
of ways.
Yes.
And with
Mhm.
Boz, man, you know that he's always supporting and helping out. You never heard him really say nothing bad. Every
Nothing.
artist he tried to help as much as possible. Didn't matter in the city. So you need more business people like that. You know what I mean? The whole
Yes,
city
sir.
would do a lot better if you had 10 Bozes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. There you go.
Mhm.
You have did a lot for the culture from 9 Mag, man. I remember when you used to tell me, because me and you close, you know what I mean? We rock like that.
Yeah,
You
no
been my
doubt.
brother forever. And you was like, man, we ain't got no magazine around here, man. I'm finna make a magazine. And I used to be like, what? A magazine, bro? You'd be like, yeah, dog, I have my first issue out, man. Whoop, and the next thing I know, you had it. I'm like,
I
what?
would about yeah, 20 almost 20 years ago. And
20
you know,
years,
Mhm.
man.
that's history and love because we go back to what Central, probably
Central.
even farther. I don't know, but yeah, most likely yeah,
Probably a
Central
little bit
Millie.
before that, man.
For that, yeah,
Shit.
and me and Billy Boo go back to seventh grade Arthur Eddie. So you know, I always
Yeah.
was family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I tell people, it's harder to be family and me put you in a magazine if you ain't doing nothing. And
Yeah.
that's one reason why we here right now is because of all the stuff you done over 20 something years. You know what I mean? It ain't like you just
Mhm.
started 2, 3 years ago. You gotta one of when you add up anybody artist wise, they collection is
Mhm.
not many, you know, that's right there with you. It's
Mm.
some, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But over a 20-year period, bro, doing
Man,
shows,
what?
CDs, supporting younger artists, I can go on and on. It's like what you done did is the reason why we talking right now. Not because you my guy, my brother, you know what I'm saying? We got that connection, but
Mm-hmm.
everything you done did, bro, it's like the city know you so well too, and they know what you did, and that's love. So you know, I salute you for everything you're doing and everything you got going on, and the fact you ain't stopping, you ain't satisfied, and you keeping going.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
salute, bro.
My new inspiration too is that old Kitty Shmula, my wife, man. She be like, "What are you doing?" I be like, "Man, I'm finna
Mhm.
quit, man." She be like, "What are you talking about? You just getting started. What's wrong with you? You
Yeah,
better keep going." I mean, a lot of people don't retire till after they work 30 years. What are you talking about? You got to get that time in. So she keep me going too, man. It's a beautiful thing, man.
yeah.
I got a few
Shout out
shows
to the
coming up.
backbone.
Yes, sir. Ain't every great man got a great woman behind him. Every great
I'm
woman
telling
got a
you.
great man behind her. We know it.
Yeah,
Most
yes,
definitely.
sir. Salute, cause I sure got me a good woman behind me. She do the
There you go.
same thing, like and she be like, you interviewing Fee today? Oh, oh, you know what I'm saying? She love us some
Yeah.
Fee from back in the days that music. So she listen to Saginaw artists almost more than I do. So
That's what I'm
we
talking
don't play
about.
a lot of major records. We play like the radio hits or whatever, man. We playing
Yeah,
Saginaw mostly.
that's it. And that's what people
Yeah.
got to do, man. Like, even when, and I say this to anybody listening, I hope they hear this, man. Local DJs, play
Mm.
your local music. You're nothing without your local music. If you get too big for your local music, like, you can't walk into a New Orleans club without them playing a Lil
Oh, they
Wayne
playing.
or
Yeah, they
or
boosted.
Hurricane
Oh yeah.
Chris. You know what I mean?
Oh, they
So
playing it. Oh,
they
Juvie.
They
playing it,
playing
man.
something.
Juvie, they playing Soldier
They
Slim. They
breaking.
keeping him alive, man.
Mhm.
Tri-City area people, play your local music. When you get a chance to DJ these parties, weddings, open houses, whatever you do, drop one or two of them songs, even if it's just one or two, your favorite.
Yeah.
Drop them, man. Let the world hear that, man. That's big. And
Yeah.
back when the game first started, the DJ was the most important person.
Most
That's how I
important.
came into the game. Without the, we used to go and we used to hit the club, and first thing we do is go to the DJ booth and hand him $50, $20 and say, play our song, bro. Play this ours. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Man, play this, man.
Yeah.
You leave it. Next thing you know, he like, oh yeah, I like that shit. I got a long ways like that, man. I did. That's what I used to do, man. That was my way.
Yeah. And you know
Because
what? I
when we
know
had
DJ
DJ
Prince
Zeke
was
back then,
DJ
yeah,
Zeke,
Zeke.
I worked with him a lot,
Yeah.
man. DJ Zeke, I worked with DJ Zeke, was one of the first person to break my music. Him and
Yeah.
Ray, uh,
yeah,
yeah. Ray had that music world thing up there on Genesee. What they used to call it?
Ray's
Ray's
record,
Records and Tape. Ray's
Yeah.
Record
Yeah.
and
Oh
Tape.
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
He
yeah,
gave me
right
my
next to the 7-Eleven.
yes, that boy
Yeah.
gave me my first on consignment CD sales. He gave and he would pay me every week, man. He said to the point where he got, I know they gonna sell. Here go the money up front, man. You come back in about 2 weeks, bring me some more. I know they finna sell. Yeah, that was a big thing back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the DJs, man, and a lot of you DJs. Much love to all the DJs. We deal with a lot of DJs, but I want you to also understand that if you ain't playing local, don't think they don't recognize or see that. So
Yes.
understand that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I
shout
had a
out.
great time with y'all, man. Y'all brought me back to
Man,
life. Y'all inspired me today to move forward, man.
man, we
Oh yeah,
appreciate you,
keep
bro.
pushing.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Since you got anything else before we get ready to get off, we still got about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, yeah, I do. Like we talked about, like your wife being your backbone, and everyone kind of pushing you, like musically, or what's your top five artists that kind of push you in a zone that motivates you to kind of keep going as well.
Oh man. I got like two eras of top fives. My first top fives is Jay-Z, Scarface, Tupac, Biggie, and Lil Wayne, man. A lot of people don't ever put Lil Wayne in that category. Like Lil Wayne was one of them people
He was a
that
monster
took,
back when he was young.
man, that boy
When he was,
took the game to, he made this what I call marketable commercial thing, like trendy. Like he was the first person that Mountain Dew grabbed him. I'm like, Mountain Dew don't
mm-hmm.
even, they were surfers and white boys, what I would say. You know what I mean? Dew
Yeah.
wasn't,
Right.
so man, Mountain Dew had to deal with him. That's my first. And then you got this new era, the young NBA. I'm one of them people that like young NBA and Dirt.
Yeah, I
You know what
rock
I mean?
him.
Mhm.
I don't separate the culture. You might have your own internal problems. I had nothing to do with that. I like Dirk. I like Lil Baby, NBA. I like I love Chief Keef. Chief Keef gonna
Mm-hmm.
always be one of my favorites because he took. Oh, definitely Nicki Minaj. She like the girl. She like the girl goat to me. She the best that ever
Yeah,
did
she'll
it.
be.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, most definitely.
And look, then the
Yeah.
girl she just did a song with Lil Corley Ray. I like her
Oh yeah,
struggle too. Yeah,
yeah.
that's great
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
Dej
Yeah.
Loaf, but I'm a
I
big
Mhm.
D.
Megan Thee Stallion, I right
Meg,
too. I
oh
like her
yeah,
lyrics.
yeah, she
I,
definitely hard.
Yeah.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
love
A
them
lot. She
Detroit
got a lot of other
boys.
stuff going on,
I love the underdogs. I love the Detroit boys too, man. Them Detroit boys, they came into their own. They have been blackballed so long to see them just
yeah.
get to the forefront of this game. People like Icewear Vizzle. I was doing shows with
Mm-hmm.
Doughboy Cash Out, Icewear. We was the
I remember that.
undercards. We used to pay to get on the undercard. I used to go there and make
Flint.
back, oh, Flint, and
Well, yeah,
just get,
I went on that when I was filming. I remember we went on there. I was filmed that show.
yes, man. We used to be on these shows, man, together in the undercard, and they used to show me so much love. And to see them boys coming to their own, like Peasy and Babyface Ray, you know, and they used to be like, I was like a little bit ahead of them at the time, you know what I mean, far as
Yeah.
commercial, you know what I mean? But to see them get to this level right now, man, I'm like, I can't do nothing but be proud of them, man. I seen them,
Oh
man.
yeah.
I'm a dirty glove bastard, man. Mhm. Dirty
Yeah.
glove bastard, man.
Man, they definitely paved the way. They, you know what I'm saying, from like you said, being blackball, people really wasn't talking about Detroit music about 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
I remember when the only person they knew was Big Sean and Eminem.
Right.
You
But
know what I mean?
Detroit got a lot of them now.
Oh
I like
boy,
Cash Doll. She do her thing too as a female
big.
artist out of
Yes,
Detroit. So yeah.
yes. She big. She real big. She came. She made her money. She got her cornbread, boy. And then congratulations to her for having a baby not too long ago too. That was beautiful, man. It's dope. You know what I mean?
Right, most definitely shout out to her. That was. Which of your
This,
projects have
yeah,
you back in here, bro? You kind of breaking up. Oh, he done froze on us. So which of your projects have been your favorite thus far?
The Blast, man. That's a Tri City classic, man. It's the one with Bone. It was one first after I beat the murder case, and I had so much
Hmm.
momentum, and I thought I'd never get a chance to say anything to the world. You know, you had that self little doubt. Yeah, I had that doubt like everybody else had, and I got a chance to speak to the world. Got a chance to work with the brothers I never worked with before, like Bone and Bootleg and Enix. He was dope. He was this producer named Enix, man. A lot of people don't know him. He walked away from the game, but he was so dope. And
Hmm.
he executive produced the album, man. And that's like top tier. You know what I mean? Ain't I think I have yet to surpass that type of music, man, because it came from the heart and it was like having a newborn child for the first time, you know?
Right, right. That's what's up. So in the next 5 years,
yeah,
where do you see yourself? Oh, you back, bro? Okay.
yeah. I don't know what's going on. The South
Man,
internet.
they can't stop the Godchild, man.
I'll
No
keep
kind of
fighting
way.
back.
Fight back.
Okay.
Yeah, what y'all was
And
talking about?
in the
No,
next
I just was. Go ahead, honey.
Oh, she asked me which one of the CDs that I consider the top tier of my career, and I said the
Okay.
Bless, the American
Oh
flag.
yeah,
Yeah, that was it.
yeah,
I got a
yeah.
chance to speak to the world again, and then she
Uh-oh. Did
Man,
we
now I
lose
kicked
him?
him out. What is? Oh, this internet is doing some different stuff down here in the South. I know it's some storms or whatever brewing, but man, we
Yeah.
having a tough time with this. The internet, yeah, that ain't cooperating. But we got three people, a
Yeah.
couple people watching. Anybody listening, just listening to the speaker, man. We appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all. We're talking to Thawed Shmula. We got a good interview in, even with the issues
Mhm.
going on technicality wise. We still was able to make it happen. Um,
Right.
so we're gonna see for a second, see if bro come back in.
Mhm.
What you think of the interview, sis?
The interview was good. It was real good. Enjoyed it overall. To know him in his younger years and to see how he's grown as an adult, not only in the music aspect of his life, but his personal life is just is awesome. So and then
Exactly.
I didn't even know like his rapping career had even went back that far. So
Oh
that
yeah.
was
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
man, he used to dance all the time, do the little jit all the time.
Yeah, the
So
4K dance, yeah.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what I knew him for. Always hitting the 4K dance. So
Yeah.
I ain't never know that he was putting lyrics out there
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. He
that.
was he
So
was
that's
he
what's
was
up.
killing the lyrics. He was killing. Because I remember we used to always be in the studios. And shout out to Ghetto Records. It was a little. That was where a lot of artists used to meet up back then. You get artists all over the city. You see everybody in their studio. Shout out James Flowers, Ray. I mean, at that time, like when he said Knockout Squad, when they was going, you had Day One going. Um, see his wife. She said he's trying to hop back on. Okay, well we waiting for him. We'll be right here. I know these internet issues is happening right now. I think that's bro jumping on right now. Let me see.
Yeah, we got those
Add him
storms
in there.
passing through here too.
Yeah, there go bro. So yeah, we were just talking about the overall interview and just your history. And shout out to your wife too. I know your backbone. Oh, it took him right back out.
I'm took them out again. Mhm.
Yeah, this internet is not. I don't know. There's problems down here in the south, but I don't really see it. Ain't even started raining or anything. Maybe it's just the internet here.
It could be, but you know what? It like here when it started earlier, supposed to go into tomorrow. It started off with just thunder and lightning first, and then the
Oh yeah,
rain came like way after. So that could be the case too.
Yeah, yeah. It's been problems with the internet. What up with you, bro? Good to see you back. Everything good? Can you hear us?
Yep, I hear you.
Okay. Okay, everything good? How's it going?
What's up? They tried to kick me out. I started bragging on you too much, and they started kicking me out. You hear me?
They ain't, hey, they went after me. Now you said about me, so they going after you. That's how I go, huh?
Yeah, they was trying to run that on us, man. We thugging
We ain't
though.
going nowhere though. As long
And
as
I
we've been
said I
fighting
want
it,
to answer that question about the 5 year thing.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I want to definitely be in the stock market, and me and my wife
Mm-hmm.
gonna have a boutique, own a
Yeah.
couple houses, and
Have a
doing
book out.
a book. Yeah, that'll
Oh, that's
probably
what
be
I'm
in the
talking about.
next 24 months. The book, the book written. I ain't gonna even speak on that right now because it's gonna take me
Uh-oh.
to a whole nother hour to get through with that. So we gonna have the book out. We gonna have the boutique. We gonna have that stock market game going. And I want to manage me a couple artists from Saginaw to help them get to where I never got, far as my flowers, man. Far as the worldwide publicity that I need, I'm taking. If y'all hear me now, if y'all tuning in now, reach out to me. I'm gonna do everything from hold a book pack to be your hype man on stage. Anything I can do, studio time, all that. I'm willing to help anybody, man, that I can help, man. No strings attached, my brother. I just want to see you blessed. You know what I mean?
That's love. That's love. You know,
Already
that's
respect.
man. Hey, you don't understand the value of that. It's immeasurable. You know, it's valuable. You got
Mhm.
artists that's doing their own careers, but they willing to help you at the same time. So we don't have a lot of that, but so y'all take note of that, man. Any artists out there, y'all see an artist like Shmula who done everything in the game as far as you want to talk about, and he's still out there putting his own stuff together, but at the same time, he's trying to help you. So salute to you, my brother, for that.
Yes,
And
sir.
I don't know, sis, you got anything to ask before we leave, get on off here?
That was it. Like I was telling bro when you had got knocked off, that it's a blessing to see knowing you from in our younger days to where you are now. It's a blessing to see your growth personally and musically. So I told him, I said, I was used to you back in the day in the 4K dance. Didn't even realize you was a lyrical genius back then. So, man, salute to you for real.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I want to
Yeah,
thank
man.
y'all for having me, man. Y'all could have been doing anything in the world right now, but y'all choose to be rocking with the Shmuley. Shmuley.
There you go. No doubt, man. Much love to
And
Already.
everybody that tuned in too. Shout out
I
to
got
anybody
one.
that tuned in. Now go
I
ahead,
got
bro.
one more. I want to do one more thing because you know I like to create these trends. You feel me? So I'm finna
Yeah,
give him a
yeah.
little shmoo talk. I call it shmoo talk. You hear me? Shmooly
Yeah,
groovy live a movie. You dig? Shmoolah true law on the do law. You dig that though? You understand that?
yeah.
You feel me? Get on to the shmoolah
Yeah.
movement, man. It's very wavy. You hear me? Get your surfboard, man.
Hey,
We moving. You dig?
no
That's
doubt.
it.
No doubt, because we
That,
was talking about this
Already.
before we got on. We was talking about that. The first person I ever heard say ski was that man right there, Fish Moolah. And well,
Mhm.
it was catching on, but it wasn't. It was just like a couple people saying it. So I didn't hear anybody say it before him. And when I heard
yeah.
like mainstream artists, and we talking about over 10 years ago, you know what I
Yes.
mean, saying it. What up, ski? Oh yes, sir, ski. You know, and everybody. I remember people used to look at you like, well, and now you hear TV announcers saying, "What up, ski? How you doing, ski?"
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Or
wait a minute,
name
nah.
ski, or broski, or wooski, or drewski. It's like,
Name, it's
man,
in their rap
yeah,
names now.
yes, man.
Mhm.
I think
And
one of the
anybody,
biggest.
oh
Go
no, go
ahead,
ahead,
bro.
bro.
One of the biggest things I get real happy, and I just be like, yes, because a lot of people don't know our area is highly connected to Canada in Chicago.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
them two areas, like them two, they feed off us, we feed off them. I hear Drake saying, and I'd be like, oh man, I got to cross the border. I entered another country, fool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's crazy they don't understand. I attribute it to you starting that trend of what up ski, like you say, rap names, woo ski. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody was saying this 10, 15 years ago. And the
You
first
know
time we
who?
heard,
and you know, 10 years. Now that you say that, you know who told me that this was dope, pulled me back, and we was at the Doll Event Center in Saginaw.
Yeah.
We did a show together, me and Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane was the first person to say, "Who is you, man? Man, you had that flow shaking out there, man. What is that you saying?" And I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you go look back, and right after he left that show, he said, "Man, you could do something with that." Him and Yo Gotti went and made a song called Two Skeets, and on that song in the hook, he say, "Yo Gotti Gucci Mansky." He say it, he push it, and I was like, I thought you couldn't tell me nothing from that point on. I was like, I made it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
if they don't know, you know, we know. Like I
Yeah.
say, I had never heard anybody. It was frowned up faces whenever it was said back then. Now it's so common that it just hey, it's nothing. Nobody knows. It's common.
It fly by ears now. It's just something to say now. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's just part of the vernacular. It's part of the culture now.
I said actually, in next year I'm gonna make the greatest hits just to give away free on all the free websites, and I'm gonna put What It Do Ski on there, and you know what I mean, and it's gonna say 07. You know what I mean? It's gonna tell them that it was created in 07 behind them prison walls ski, and that's how the intro of the song come through. And we ain't make the song to 2009, and then it ain't break big to 2010. So. And that was probably one of my biggest songs, actually. You know what I mean? So that was dope, man. Thank you for the history, my brother. Give them what that's what I'm talking about.
No doubt. Like I say, you talking about 2000, you say what, 2009?
2009, yep, that's when we recorded
you
it.
talking about 13 years.
Yeah. We didn't release it to the next year. And once we released it, it was a flow shaker. I mean, it had so much energy in it, man. Shout out 2 people I gotta say before I end this. I'm glad God
go
gave
ahead,
us the time.
I don't want you getting whooped on.
Free Buck Wild, man. Free Buck Wild.
I remember Buck Wild.
And free my doggy Smoke.
Free C-Rock.
Free C-Rock.
No doubt.
Yes. Rest in peace, Juvie, man. Definitely.
Oh, man.
Stiz, man. Definitely, man. Stizzy, man. Yeah, Stacy, man.
Zebo.
Yeah. Big Face, man.
My cousin
you feel
Zebo.
Zeb, definitely Z. Yeah, definitely Z.E. Coleman, man. One shout to the boys. Quay Matt, welcome home, Kane, man. Just giving a little bit of love to my people, man. I can't forget my people. And anytime I get on these platforms, I gotta say one love to my nigga Juvie, one love to Stiz, free C-Rock, free Buck, free my nigga. So you did
a lot of, man. I when you say big face, man, I go back to when we was in school and we used to just crack on each other.
There you go, man.
Talk about each other, man. In junior high and high school. That was my guy.
A lot of people know Big Face, but they don't know Antoine Monroe, the silly guy, man. You hear me?
There you go.
That's
the
silly guy, man. You know
we used to go at it all day.
Definitely was.
He try to hurt. He'll try to swing his hardest at me. You know what I mean? I swing at my hardest at him, but we all love at the end of the day. All the time.
Yeah, all love.
Yeah. So, man, shout out, bro. We ain't gonna hold you up. We know you're busy, man. We know you got things in plan, a creative mind, more things in store.
I salute you.
Salute
One
to
more
you,
thing.
bro.
If anybody in the New Orleans area in June, find us there, baby. We in New Orleans in June, pushing the movement, man. Holla at your boy.
No doubt.
Essence
Y'all
Fest.
heard it.
Okay. I'll be down there Essence Fest weekend.
It's always going down there. I might have to shoot down there.
Yeah, that's my second home. I love it. I love it.
They just got too
that's
much
all
water
we want to do
for me.
You can ride the waves, my Jeep, ride the waves, man.
Okay.
Shmula out, man. Shmula out, man.
Much love to you, bro. Salute to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
bro.
We out of here.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salute. 1.